as you said, we can count ourselves lucky that last try doesn't reflect the scoreline. Do you agree with that?
To agree with that, it could have gone another way, absolutely. When a team has a 5 metre penalty against you, they execute that, and we'd have to be going back out to win the game. But that's not how the game went. I think we scored 4 tries to 1, and we were on their line on a few occasions as well, just before half time, and 2 or 3 occasions in a sort of 20-minute period in the first half. So the score is what it is.
And deserved?
Deserved. Yeah, I suppose so. Like, it's hard to talk in hypotheticals, and like we're going to look at our game and go, right, we felt we could have really kicked on after going 19-6 up, and maybe the scoreline would be totally different if we had scored then, if we'd scored just before half time, but we didn't. They came back and we scored with the last play of the game, so that's how it ended up.
Penalty count's been really good this year. That was just an outlier, was it?
Second half, I think the first half it was heavily in our favour, but the second half was poor. I think there was a high tackle to offside to side entry at Mall, 3 in a row, which will put you back under pressure. And we actually, I felt we held our discipline together in the last 10 minutes, because we would have been close to a yellow card with the number of penalties that were going against us. So yeah, that was disappointing. I think there was an eagerness to try and get the ball back off Italy, because they were retaining it well. But if you give any team inroads into your 22, they're going to score points eventually, which Italy did.
You shouted at them to kick it out at the end then?
No, I wasn't shouting anything. I think at that stage, before the scrum penalty, we knew it was over 80 minutes, so getting through the scrum was important. They won a penalty, so fair play to them to attack the space, and obviously the speed and skill to execute that was great to see, and brilliant for our crowd too. I think they've been so connected with the team this year, and whether it's been a win against Wales or a defeat against Ireland, they've backed the team, and they got a real lift with that last try to finish off our campaign.
Some pretty special finishes in this tournament. Have you ever seen a better one than
Duan? No. That was quality. I actually had not mentioned that to him in the aftermatch. I was praising his left-hand pass to set up player rather than his finish, but no, it was a brilliant finish. I thought Duan worked really hard today. He obviously, we all see his carries and how that tires defenders and sets people up for the next phase, but he was working off his wing, being an option for scrum half a lot. I thought he's an excellent tournament, and it was great to see him contribute to 2 tries today.
Can Williams actually practice that stuff?
We do. We don't do it all the time, but we have little activities like that. I remember one we used to do at Glasgow, and Gav Vaughan used to run that finishing drill, and then he came up against Tangeli Nairovoro and almost took his knee away, so he stopped doing that drill. Now someone else who does that drill for our wingers. It's something they look at. It's great when you see those tries when the body's out, but you managed to keep your legs in the air. So yeah, it was a really good finish.
Gregor, do you need to find a way of getting Blair Kinghorn into your starting 15, or is his versatility too valuable to you from the bench?
Well, he started today, so he's...
Is everyone fit though?
Yeah, we'll see. He's put a performance in that will put him in a better position as well. Playing at 10 today was very good for us as a team, because he has been our backup 10 this season, so for him to get minutes there will be good for him for the long term. Moving to fullback as well, when he can show his pace and his running game in that area, that's been a positive for the campaign. He did play in the wing a few times for Edinburgh between December and January, so we know wing's a position he can excel in. So yeah, he'll be in the mix for all those positions, and we also know he's great cover off the bench. But yeah, he played really well. I love the fact he took on the line on a couple of occasions, because one of his biggest strengths is his running game. We encourage our tens to run, so for him to take on that defender or defenders close to the line and get tries was great reward for that.
Overview of the Six Nations from you.
Overview. I think we tend to look at game to game rather than a general overview. So the game to game, the first two games were 2 wins, and today was a win. But maybe the most important games to look at are the France and Ireland. So the way we played against France in adversity was so encouraging for the team to know that we can come back against a top quality side and play some great rugby. Frustrating at times too, because we had enough chances to score another 2 or 3 tries. The Ireland game is very important for us because we play them in a few months' time in the last pool game of the World Cup, and for a half we played probably our best 40 minutes of the Six Nations, and we have to do that for 80 minutes against the top teams, especially a team like Ireland. The disappointing side of the Ireland game was just that second half, when I think the game was there to be won by either team. Eventually they grabbed it, but we didn't. And the other 3 games, yeah, Twickenham was brilliant. Like a really good team performance with not that much ball, and a brilliant team try and team defence to win the game. Wales was when things clicked in attack, and today was a great finish.
Is 3 wins out of 5 a fair return?
Yeah, probably that's for you guys to decide. Like we go into every game believing we can win. That's you do the work during the training week to put a winning performance out there. So we're disappointed when that doesn't happen. We'll obviously we'll be disappointed with some aspects of today, but to get that.
Gregor,
That, sorry, Tom, to get the win at the end, to get 4 tries is a good reward. I think our attack has shown that we're scoring tries. We're scoring tries and out wide as well, which means we're stressing teams across the field. Our defence has stood up on a few occasions as well, but both areas need to improve, and we'll continue to work them to improve.
Susie Ben Healy came on in the midst of that frantic
Yes.
rally. What did you make of his short term?
Yeah, like that I was thinking in the second half that we needed something to try and change the course of the game. Now, that could be the 15 that's on the field and just getting the ball back of Italy, but knowing that the players on the bench can do a different can play differently, different way of playing. Sorry, that gave me confidence to put them on, but it was tough circumstances coming on for Ben and Cam, and I thought they both did really well. I thought Cam looked very confident, beat a couple of defenders on the time he was on ball. Ben looked confident as well, nice passing, good decisions. I thought Ali helped him too. I thought Ali was very sharp and accurate. So it's great that we were able to get them on, and they contributed to a win.
Gregor, when do you anticipate there being clarity about your own position longer term?
Soon.
Very soon?
I don't know. Like I've had initial conversations the last couple of weeks, but about getting some time over the next 2 weeks to actually chat about it in more depth. But the focus last 2 weeks has been these 2 games. So after a few days off, I'm sure these conversations will start up again.
Have you indicated that you want to stay on?
No, I've indicated just that I need some time to think. Now, especially when the tournament was in full flow, and I'll have some reflecting and time off, and I'm sure the discussions will start again soon.
Would you like to carry on, Gregor?
Yes, at this stage, but as I said, it's probably not the time to be answering these questions. But when you're just off at a victory and the crowd are behind the team and you're connected with the players, of course it's a great feeling. But I don't want to commit to anything right now.
There's a level of excitement
When you were
within.
2 months ago that you might still be here next year?
I don't know. Look, there's conversations that have started, and I would imagine they'll start up again after some time off. So those weren't happening a few months ago. So we'll see how they develop.
From what you've seen over this campaign, and you've mentioned some of the individual performances throughout the press conferences that we've attended, which some of them real fire and real excitement, has that also maybe solidified in your mind which way you want to go when it comes to making a decision?
Honestly, I've tried to put this to the side. It's like your brain has so much capacity, I think, on one thing, and that for me has been doing the best I can as a team's coach. Now, whatever happens the next week or two of reflecting and thinking about the future and getting those discussions going again, I'll address it then. But to your point, yeah, I'm really thrilled with the players that have came through this year. Younger players that have came through, older players like Richie Gray, players that haven't maybe been involved the last couple of seasons like Hugh Jones. Like these guys are playing at their best level, and that's exciting. And I believe the team feel that they've got the game that can take on anybody in the world. But we have to keep striving to be better. There's a lot of areas we can improve from today, from the campaign, and the tests are only going to get bigger with who we face in the World Cup. 2 teams in the top 3 in the world. We've faced the top 2 teams, didn't beat them, but I've learned a lot in those 2 fixtures. We'll have to be better again in the World Cup.